Stay tuned.
Live from Wintersville, Ohio, in the campus of Indian Creek High School, Ohio Valley Sports Online presents girls high school softball. Tonight, the Lady Redskins host the Lady Harrison Central Huskies. Today's game brought to you by Weeda Law Offices, AT&T on Sunset, Barrel Ford, Barrel Toyota, Tudor's Biscuit World, Total Sports Connection, Signs Limited, Capital Recovery Systems, Hood's Pharmacy, PR Landscaping, Homo Construction, Barium Chemicals, Edge Sports, Franciscan University of Steubenville, Best Western at the Franciscan Square, the Trinity Health Systems, Bennigan's, Stickles Law Office, Mossy Funeral Home, IBEW Local 246, J.E. Foster Funeral Home, J.C. Pest Control, the Wintersville Trophy Shop, Steve's Fish and Chips, Attorney Adam Martello, Orsino Enterprises, Hauser's Furniture, Valley Converting, Josephine's Carryout in Mingo, Fort Steuben Maintenance, M&M Hardware, Anthony Mining, Apollo Restorations, Isla Law Offices. Also brought to you by Burt's Hot Dogs, Dr. John Fiegel, Ohio Motor Group, Spuds Parkview Inn, Maple Spaghetti House, The Target Shop, Soft-Type Federal Credit Union, National Cola Company, Black River Logistics, TS Electric, Lanza Villa Royale, Bradley Lawnscape, Everhart Bow Funeral Home, the Viking Poker Social Club, Swearingen Bat Company, Economy Lawn Care, the Main Street Bank, and the Steubenville Country Club. Good afternoon, everybody. Jason Jenkins, the coach, Jim DiCarlo, and as always, making things happen behind the dials. Dan Vogels with Jim Jaggers, Huggins, and John Neese calling from up above. We got a great one today, Coach. Two teams at 9-2, sitting atop the 4A OVACs, and they battled it out last week, and it's just going to be an exciting game 2.
Yeah, it ended up 2-1 the other day. I believe Harrison got 1 or 2 hits. Saw 2 different amounts in 2 different papers. That happens sometimes. But 1 or 2 hits only that they had, and still came out a victory thanks to a couple of Creek errors. Creek is not pitching Ace Trinity Taylor tonight. They're going with McKenna Scott. And Harrison is going with their pitcher that's pitched almost all the games this year, Emma Skinner.
Yes, Emma Skinner, and the Huskies are 9-2, but they lost their last game. Kind of surprising, but a very well-coached Toronto team came out and beat them 17-3. Harrison had won their first 8 games before, their first loss to Beaver Local. That was.
Yeah, Beavers kind of beat them in the 7th inning, scored 4 runs, and kind of a surprise there. They had beaten Toronto 9-8, but sometimes you have that day, or you have a letdown after a big win. We are going to get the national anthem, looks like, here.
Yeah, we'll take our first break then if you want, while they go to the national anthem here. You're listening to Girls High School Softball on Ohio Valley Sports Online. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning, clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
This high school event is brought to you by AT&T on Sunset via the AT&T wireless network. Remember, don't text and drive, it can wait. AT&T on Sunset is a proud sponsor of this high school event. Ohio Valley Sports Online would like to thank one of our great sponsors, Capital Recovery Systems. Capital Recovery Systems is home of the no-cost court collections program. Capital Recovery Systems is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
This broadcast is brought to you by Ohio Valley Sports Online, your sports authority. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instantly notified when we go live on our next broadcast, only on Ohio Valley Sports Online.
With over 36 years of experience, contact Guida Law Offices for residential and commercial real estate transactions, including title examinations and closings. Guida Law Offices also handles probate and estate matters and personal injury cases. Experience, results, solutions. Please visit Guida Law Offices website at guidalawfirm.com or call them at 304-748-1213.
At Mosty Funeral Home, we take great pride in caring for our families, and will work tirelessly to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. In addition to the services we offer, you will receive an online memorial that you can share with family and friends. While honoring your loved one is our top priority, we also want to help you through this difficult time. We have a wide range of resources to support you not only today, but in the weeks and months to come. Mosty Funeral Home is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
And we're back here. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Thank you, Coach Coos, for recognition of Ohio Valley Sports Online. He talked about, Coach, our valley's been blessed, whether it be levies, boosters, school funding, but Indian Creek joins a list of, new fields. And this is just a beautiful field out here. And you coached here before, a while back, and, I heard you say, you ever think you'd see this here?
Yeah, we were over at the Little League field. We never had a field here on campus except when I coached baseball here. I would spend 1 hour in one puddle in the outfield throwing it over the fence, which was contoured a little different than this. But this is a beautiful facility, and when they get finished, it's going to be unbelievable like all the rest, Big Red, Harrison, Edison, etc. Everywhere you turn around, there's a turf field popping up somewhere.
Yes, that's nice. That is excellent.
Harrison Central last year, Jason, was 16-7. They were in the OVAC. They played for the Buckeye 8 championship, coming runners-up, and they made it to the districts last year, losing to Tuskegee Valley by a run. Tuskegee went on to the regionals before they lost to Wheelersburg. From last year's team, Sarah Tuvel, Jenna Young, and Tristan Kavarik are all gone, and they all got a lot of postseason recognition, so those are three hards to replace. Sarah was the pitcher, Jenna was the first baseman, and Tristan was the shortstop. Coaching, helping Mr. Young there, Darren Young, who's been around for a long time at Harrison, doing a great job. Robbie Davia, Brandon Ludwig, and Tom Kenny.
Very nice, very nice. And for Harrison Central, as we start the game, it'll be Maddie Butler playing third, Emma Skinner, Isabel Yeager, Lizzie Clellan, Kara Blackburn, Aubrey Wood, Olivia Tonkovich, Kaylin Ledger, and Madison Blowett. And in the field for Creek, Abby Starkey behind the plate. Sophomore McKenna Scott pitching, Emma Valk at first, Kirsten Dorsey second, Trinity Taylor short, Lexi Dawson at third. And we are underway. First pitch a strike. In the outfield, Riley Sadler in right, Becca Shoemaker in center, and Erica Gibbons in left. Maddie Butler coming in, coach, is the leading hitter. Harrison Central 571 with 15 runs scored, or 15 RBIs, 18 runs scored.
And has a homer and 2 triples.
Excellent location there.
McKenna Scott, just a tremendous athlete, wonderful shortstop, great hitter, and very, very capable pitcher, and just an unbelievable basketball star.
Honorable mention All-State as a sophomore was McKenna. And I known McKenna when my daughter played a little bit of travel ball with her sister, and I wasn't coaching. 0-2 pitch just outside. I wasn't coaching. McKenna was about 6 or 7 coaching. I swear to you, every weekend I spent my time, me and her throwing a softball. She, Coach Jenkins, or I'm on my knees, she's pitching to me. She had to be 5, 6, 7 years old. And I knew then, this girl's going to be good. 1-2 pitch fouled off.
Abby Starkey also on that good basketball team for Creek that won the OVAC this year. Both teams come in at 9-2, Jason. Creek has lost 2 heartbreaking one-run games, and Harrison maybe not quite as consistent 9-2 as they've got blown out, like you said, by Toronto and got upset by Beaver Local by 3 runs.
1-2 pitch again. Nice waist pitch there. Looks like a rise ball, Coach, was that?
Sometimes
Or
it
just
looked
high?
like a high fastball
Okay,
to me.
high fast.
Most high school kids don't have a great rise ball, but, and some people believe ball never rises, but I'm not one of those.
As you said, Creek's lost 2. They won their first 9. Their first loss, change up, right back to Scott. over to first baseman Emma Vaughn for out number 1.
Had her off balance. It's one nice thing, just like we saw from Jules King last night, and pitchers that can field their position really, really help the cause.
Yes, you're 100% right about. As I was saying, though, Creek's first loss, they won their first 9. Their first loss was to this Harrison Central on a heartbreaker 2-1. So they're looking for revenge.
McKenna does a good job getting ahead. Coach Penner, Angie Penner, calling the pitches, doing a good job. Had a couple nice close waist pitches last inning. Gary Bracone and John Kuzakowski assisting Coach Penner.
Yes, long-time coaches, great staff. I got to send a special shout-out and thank you to Taylor Lane and the staff at Domino's Pizza on Sunset Boulevard, our VIP food sponsor for the evening. Folks, once again, Domino's Pizza, Taylor Lane, they do a great job. The steak hoagie was fantastic. The pizza was good. Thank you very much, Taylor, former Big Red player of mine. I was assistant coach with Gus. Beautiful pitch. Caught her looking. Strikeout number 1, out number 2.
Indian Creek and Harrison are 1-2 in the OVAC race. The other 3 teams battling for the other 2 spots, and this competition ends next Saturday before the cutoff. They have one more week and one more day. Are Harrison, Weirton, and Oak Glen vying for spots 3 and 4.
Isabel Yeager, number 3 hitter, left fielder, fouls off the first pitch. 3 batters coached out ahead, all 3 of them so far.
I'd like to thank Darren Young and Coach Angie Penner for giving us the lineups and the stats ahead of time. Isabel coming in at 262.
Well on low, 1-1. McKenna Scott's father, actually, Mike Scott, back when I coached baseball, played for me. He was a heck of a baseball player. I coached the Babe Ruth League in Steubenville. 1-1 pitch. Yeah, we're swinging 1-2. Beautiful day here. A little bit overcast now, but the temperature is just great.
Close to 80, no sun, just wonderful. I bet you a lot of people don't know that John Kuzakowski was the head softball coach at JU for a few years.
No, I didn't know that.
Besides being the head football at the time.
Down low 2-2.
Bigger pitch to you.
Let's get McKenna Scott, the sophomore.
I talked to her dad in the winter, and she is coming off an injury, but I don't think that's affecting her. But
3-2 change up down the first baseline. It's going to stay fair. Oh, no, it's not.
I thought it was going to be fair, too. She must not have got there in time.
So 2-2.
But she doesn't get to pitch much in the summer, so she mostly plays shortstop.
Right.
So doesn't get all those reps that other pitchers do on travel ball teams. And I'm sure she's putting a lot of time in basketball, but she's looked good so far. She's nibbled, hit corners, mixed speeds, very nice. I jinxed her, huh?
I got a full count to Yeager. Folks, third inning, top of the third, we will have our OVSO trivia question. Be the first one to go to YouTube and give us an answer, and you will win a Ohio Valley Sports Online t-shirt.
Level off on it.
Full count to Isabel Yeager. Caught her looking. Top of the first is done. No runs, no hits. After a half an inning, Harrison Central 0, Indian Creek coming to bat.
Ohio Motor Group has 3 locations: Steubenville, Bridgeport, and St. Clairsville. Let Ohio Motor Group show you how easy it is to buy a quality used car. They believe in fair pricing, superior service, and treating every customer right. Their friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you find a car that is fit for your budget. Ohio Motor Group, with 3 locations to serve you. Check them out right now. OhioMotorGroup.com. Find your next ride. Did you know you can get FDA-registered hand sanitizer and EPA-registered disinfectant cleaner locally? Well, you can. National Colloid has both. Get them now for your business or residence. They come in 55-gallon, 5-gallon, and 1-gallon sizes. Just call in your order and pick it up. There's no waiting. Call now, 740-282-1171. That's 740-282-1171. FDA registered hand sanitizer and EPA registered disinfectant cleaner locally at National Colloid. Call in today. This broadcast is sponsored by Lancia Healthcare, specializing in skilled care, rehabilitation, and transitional care. They have 3 locations to serve you or a loved one: the Villa Royale or Villa Vista in Steubenville and the Belmont Manor in St. Clairsville. Lancia Healthcare is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
And we are back for the bottom of the first. For Indian Creek, it'll be Becca Shoemaker, Abby Starkey, McKenna Scott, followed by Trinity Taylor, Lexi Dawson, Emma Valk, Becky Blackburn, Kirsten Dorsey, Riley Sadler, and Erica Gibbons in the 9th spot.
Gone from last year's team for the Creek, Carly Jo Penner, Emily Booth, Brooke Grant, and Allison Ball.
Carly Jo playing for Kent State now, I believe, right?
Yep, she's got some pitching, played a little center field, and done a little pinch running. Pretty impressive for a freshman.
Yes.
Division I, not too many go D1.
Abby Starkey leading the Indian Creek with 16 runs so far this year. Harrison Central has Lily Clellan behind the mound, Emma Skinner on the hill, Aubrey Wood at first, Kara Blackburn at second, Olivia Tonkovich at short, Maddie Butler at third, Madison Blawett in right, Kylie Bennell in center, and Isabel Yeager in left.
Becca Shoemaker has really good speed. She just came over from the Christian school, played there for 3 years, still goes to the Christian school, but because they don't have a team, she can play for Indian Creek.
Yes.
And she's been a big help, taking Carly Jo's spot out in center field at times, and a good leadoff or number 2 hitter with great speed. She can bat from both sides, too.
Oh, okay. 2-0.
You might see her from the left side doing some bunting and punching, and she can swing full. Played for Joe Birmingham on his Lightning team.
2-0. Swing straight there.
Out in front a little bit.
Indian Creek has one freshman starting, but two sophomores, 2 juniors, and then the rest seniors.
Harrison, on the contrast, only has 2 seniors in the lineup today.
1-2 pitch. Beautiful. Was that off speed, Coach, or just?
It looked like a little Scroogey with some speed taken off. That count was 2-1, so now it's 2-2.
2-2, yes. 2-2 pitch from Emma Skinner. Ball popped up towards second base. Going back is Kara Blackburn, and she'll make the catch for out number 1.
Becca looked like she was a little bit out in front in that at bat. Last year, the Creek made the OVAC playoffs, losing to a really good Eau Glen team in a really close game. And then they got beat in the sectional final, I believe, by Steubenville Big Red last year. But they had a good record and had a good season. They battled through a bunch of injuries last year, including McKenna Scott being out most of the year.
I believe Kari was hurt for a little bit too, wasn't she? First pitch fouled out. Abby Starkey.
Abby, a great defensive player on the basketball team. Been a starting catcher for about 3 years now for Creek. She also has great speed. The first 3 can really fly for Creek.
That ball fouled up. Just out of play. Nice hustle back there by Lizzie Clellan. Quickly 0-2 to Starkey. Folks, tune in to Ohio Valley Sports Online. Subscribe if you haven't. Go ahead. It costs you nothing but let you know when we are online. And, we will have posted our schedule for next week coming sometime this weekend. Go to Ohio Valley Sports Online on YouTube. 0-2 change up.
Now that was the change-up, Jay.
Yes, sir.
Nice pitch, nice pitch.
Now let me ask you, and to each their own, I never liked that.
The backhand?
Yes.
I'm with you. On a warm day, it's a little bit easier than on a colder day. We've kind of went from the backhand to the suitcase most of the time.
Right.
But some pitchers can handle that, especially on a nice warm day. Here's McKenna Scott, who can bunt for a hit and hit one over the fence.
As you called it, Coachy Bunton, and there's no way they're going to get her. I wouldn't even thrown that ball. She's going to get to second easily.
Get the throws up.
Excellent call. Scott with the bunt single. And the second on the air.
Yeah, you got to eat that one.
Be ready. Just get this out, girls. Let's go.
Trinity Taylor having a fine season for Indian Creek, hitting .486, 18 hits, 18 RBIs, and leading the team with 5 triples.
And also has an ERA on the mound of 1.70. Really pitched very consistently this year.
That is a great asset, for Coach Penner.
You want to be careful here with a base open. If you walk her, you walk her. But Lexi Dawson is also on deck, and she's hitting over 400, so kind of tough here.
You got to pick your poison.
Yep. Outfield playing deep. Fences look like a pretty good poke out there, Jay. Seems like all these AstroTurf fields have bigger fences, than most of the dirt fields. Maybe they're going to have some slow pitch tournaments here or something. I don't know.
There you go, Dan. On the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Dan said the park can't hold him.
Scoreboard's not up yet, but it's on the way, I heard.
They call down in the Coa League, they call Dan Hobbs. There's a Roy Hobbs. Taylor singles through the left side. Here comes Scott around to score. And Taylor dives back into first. RBI single. Trinity Taylor, 1-0 Creek.
Error was costly there. Yeah, that was smart. They didn't have a play at McKenna at home with her speed. Don't want to throw home and let that runner at first get in scoring position. Two outs, 1-0 Creek, bottom of 1.
Lexi Dawson, the number 4 hitter. She said Dawson hitting .459, 17 hits, 16 RBIs, and 8 doubles herself on the year.
There you go.
Nice job right there. Well, Skinner able to come back. Coach, and I was going to ask you, you get beat 17-3. You got a big game again coming up right after that. What's your speech for the girls? This line drive center field, but right at the center fielder, Kaylee Bonnell for out number 3. We'll pick that up here in the next inning. For the Creek, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 runner left on. After 1 complete, Indian Creek 1, Harrison Central nothing. We'll be back after these messages.
Are you tired of playing on crowded public courses? Do you want to take your game to the next level? Then it's time to join the Steubenville Country Club. No tee times needed, best greens in the valley, the pace of play is like no other, with pristine fairways, challenging holes, and top-notch amenities. And right now there is a special offer. 50% off, that's right, 50% off active memberships. Join today and don't wait for this offer to expire. Call PGA professional John Denholm today at 740-264-2821. The Steubenville Country Club is a great place to play.
Now's the time of year to reward your young athlete for a job well done. At the Wintersville Trophy Shop, they have all you need for your special athlete, like trophies, plaques, and ribbons for every sport. The Wintersville Trophy Shop, 756 Main Street in Wintersville, 740-266-6905. Call today.
And we are back, top of the second. Indian Creek back in the field for scoring run. And, Coach, like I said, you get beat 17-3. Especially after a big win, and you get another big game right after. What do you say to the girls?
Well, I think I'm happy I'm coming back to play, whether I'm the coaches or the players. You come back, and it's just another day, and you just got to kind of flush that and move on.
Well, we'll see. They're facing sophomore McKenna Scott. Lizzie Clellan, the catcher, leading off the top of the second. Ball low. And, folks, go on YouTube. You can actually go in there and go to the live chat. See your name there. We'd love to give you a shout out, or the Facebook Live page too.
Clellan's hitting 400 with a home run. Plays shortstop. McKenna's done a good job keeping the ball down low, and the umpire's giving that low call right now.
What we say?
Looked like right on the corner.
Coming up here, we'll give our often imitated, never duplicated, world famous shout outs here. Caught with a changeup, missed there, 2-1. Also, top of the next inning, we will have our new, I like that, Ohio Valley Sports Online trivia.
You got a great question for him today, Jason. That should be an easy one for most of the people living out here in Creekville, right?
Yes, they should get that one. All right, 3-1.
To me, that's the key, Jason. You just don't want to walk people, wild pitch people around. You got to make it earn it, you know. And that error last inning actually hurt Harrison, cost him a run.
And that was one thing, Coach, going against you. You know, always if you got on with a walk, we're in trouble. I mean, because they're going to be bunting around, they're going to steal, and they're scoring.
Nice to be aggressive, you know. I think you got to be aggressive in this game. Smart, but aggressive.
Kara Blackburn, number 5 hitter. Kara's a freshman.
Dawson's up for a bunt. Probably a good time to bunt with a freshman. I don't think she's hit this year. It's her first game started, I believe, so might want to try to move the runner to second here.
Definitely squares around. Pops it up. It's caught. Throw down to first. Nice pick up there by first baseman Valk. Excellent job by Dawson coming up to get that route number 1. Junior Aubrey Wood steps into the box.
Well, another lefty. 3 lefty batters after the top 6 hitters for Harrison.
You don't see that a lot either.
No.
Ball high.
I think if Dawson had to do that over, she wouldn't have made that throw. She had no chance to get her.
Right.
The only thing that could have happened was bad. That pitch was up, and you got to take that when you're bunting. You don't want to bunt that pitch, or you're going to pop it up just like what happened. Yep.
Kind of find their groove right there. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Indian Creek and Harrison ladies. Jason Jenkins, Coach Jim DeCarlo, Dan Vogel. Runner on first, Lizzie Clellan. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. To Aubrey Wood.
She's living on that outside corner to these lefties, so let's see if she stays out there.
And just like you said, keeping it when she's hitting her strike zone, they're down, or she's getting that call. That ball popped up, second baseman.
Could be trouble. No.
Center
Speed.
fielder coming back in. As that ball was caught by Becca Shoemaker in center, but then pretty much I think an ill-advised throw there, Coach.
Well, I honestly thought Becca did have a chance to double her up, so I didn't think it was a bad decision. It wasn't a good throw. Probably we should have had a backup by the catcher there before the throw came, but good base running by the Harrison Central runner, Lizzie Clellan, and Becca came a long way to get that. Her speed helped her on that fly ball. 2 outs, and Tonkovich, I think she's had an older sister that played. Tonkovich is a sophomore.
Yes, I think she played on that basketball team, unless that was her sister. Ball low. I know there was a Tonkovich on the basketball team this year.
That's probably her.
1 ball, no strikes to Olivia Tonkovich. Lizzie Clellan on second. Did I mess up something? Real high, 2-0. Is that right? Or?
Runner will be moving on contact. Nothing to think about. Just don't want to have the ball hit you if it's hit. But you can be moving on contact, trying to score on a base hit into the outfield. Outfield pretty deep here. I might shallow up a little.
2-0 pitch.
You don't want a blooper beating you. If they hit it over my head, they've earned it. At the number 7 hitter up. And I haven't seen any shots over an outfielder's head yet.
And that's one thing, you know, Coach, the great Charlie Watt, when I played for him. That pitch hit the center.
That tells you what I know, huh? Okay.
Fly ball. But Becca Shoemaker is there for out number 3. For Harrison, once again, no hits. One walk, one runner left on after 1.5, 1-0 Indian Creek. Be back right after these messages.
Okay, so where do you go for fish during Lent? Why, Steve's Fish and Chips, of course. Great fish sandwiches and excellent fish junks. Oh, and shrimp, too. Plus an assortment of sides. It's great during Lent, but Steve's Fish and Chips is an excellent choice anytime. They have burgers, chicken wings, and salads, too. You've got to try the fried pickles. Steve's Fish and Chips. Call today and order 740-282-3261. 740-282-3261.
There's a good chance if you're from the Ohio Valley, you'll remember Brad Pavlik from his days as a crusader at Catholic Central High School. And his name will bring back some great memories. These days, Brad's a big supporter of all area local high school teams. Well, here's a reminder that Brad now manages Barrel Toyota and Barrel Ford. And he'll be glad to see you, whether you're looking for a car or just dropping by to say hello. A hometown favorite at two great hometown stores. Get a hometown deal from Brad Pavlik at Barrel Toyota in Cranberry Township and Barrel Ford in Zelienople.
At Softite Community Federal Credit Union, you are part of a family. Softite is special because they give members an opportunity to own the financial institution.
Bottom of the second, Emma Valk, Becca Blackburn, and Kirsten Dorsey facing Emma Skinner. That ball fought out of play. And what I was alluding to, Coach, now I'm just looking at the opposite field. I always said, even when I was coaching, poor Gus, I said, I'm bringing them up. If I get burnt the first time, I'll take the blame. Because I want, not in this situation maybe as much, but like you said, with a runner in scoring position, I want to take that away because that kills you a lot.
Well, I've won a lot more games by playing shallow than
Right.
playing deep. But, again, it all depends on the scouting. I don't know the Harrison players. Maybe Coach Penner does. But I like to, with a runner at second and 2 outs, shade in. Maybe a runner at first. Don't let it get by me to the gap. Maybe play a step or two deeper.
1-1 pitch. Ball popped up. Going back is shortstop.
Trouble.
Well, and it's in no man's land, just like we talked about. The Talkovich went back, but now when Yeager came in, but no one got there. So Walk will be credited with a single.
Yeah, that's a tough one. She did have a good drop step, but I think really shortstop has to get that ball because the outfield's playing pretty deep. Let's see if Coach Penner now with a number 7 hitter tries to lay one down.
Drop step, turn and beat the ball there. And I think that she just, I don't know if she got called off.
Seems like most of the Creek hitters are out in front, pulling the ball a little bit, out in front, popping up. But she's up in the box. She may be bunting here.
Becca Blackburn. She squares the bunt. Ball low. Here, bottom of second. I'm going to give our first shout out to Wintersville Warrior graduate Bill Davis. IBEW brother. Ball low, 2-0. Second shout out tuning in tonight. Father of McKenna Scott, Mike Scott, has us on air.
Nice take there. Two nice takes. Two good pitchers' pitches.
2-0, she squares the bunt. And swing misses through. She offered. No, is that a different pitch, Coach? Or that?
Well, I was kind of looking at the first baseman. She's not charging. Looked like she tried to push it down the first base line there. You just want to get it fair and down. There it is.
She does her job, gets it back. Nobody at third right now. There's nobody at third, and then front. Black does a nice job, beats it out for a single.
As we said, that first baseman wasn't charging. Got a left-handed pitcher, which makes it a little bit tougher. And the ball rolled a little bit hard, which was a positive for Indian Creek. I expect a bunt here again. Shortstop needs to be cheating to third. Third baseman needs to be way up. I expect them to lay in one down here again.
Kirsten Dorsey, the junior, second baseman. And Harrison got lucky because it took a long time for Maddie Butler to get back. She's swinging away.
Yeah, the rule is if the pitcher doesn't get the bunt, she should go cover third. And if the third baseman doesn't get the bunt, she's got to retreat back.
Right.
can't expect that shortstop, or look how far the left fielder's out there.
1-1 low. Nice stop there by Lizzie Cullen.
Again, number 8 hitter. Maybe you don't want to bunt up to the number 9 hitter. I don't know, but I thought maybe Ange would move him along here.
A big shout out to Coach Steve Trippenoff, Toronto Red Knights, who were victorious over the Harrison Cincinnati Huskies.
He does a really nice job over there with the Toronto Red Knights.
Yeah, Steve is a great guy, future Hall of Famer, I call it. One ball, 2 straight.
Definitely out in front, Jason, the last 2 pitches.
There's a line drive on the catch. Back to first route, number 2. Excellent job, shortstop Olivia Tonkovich, picking up off the turf. Huge play.
Still out in front. Again, we have number 9 hitter, and I don't know, she may be a great hitter, but I still feel the outfield's too deep. The right fielder looks a bit deep. Center
I
fielder.
agree with you 100%, Coach.
A blooper scores a run. I'd make him hit it over my head.
And there's a ground ball short to Tonkovich on the first base, Aubrey Wood, and they get out of the inning after giving the first 2 runners on. So for Indian Creek, they come with 2 hits, no runs. 1 man left on, 1 lady left on after 2 complete. Creek 1, Harrison Central nothing.
Marcino Enterprises is your complete auto and truck repair center. Marcino Enterprises also offers towing, tires, and vehicle undercoating. You can visit 880. That's an easy number, 740-282-8880. Marcino Enterprises does it all. Towing, tires, repair, and vehicle undercoating.
Got a sidewalk that needs replaced, or maybe your roof is leaking? How about some new windows? Who do you call? Fort Steuben Maintenance, that's who. Commercial or residential, they can handle most any project, big or small. They also do new construction and renovations. So get a free estimate by calling Fort Steuben Maintenance today and get them started on your next project. 740-283-4890 for Fort Steuben Maintenance.
And we are back top of the third, sponsored by who this inning, Coach?
Signs Limited this half inning.
Signs Limited, sponsoring the top of the third.
8-9-1 up for Harrison.
Starting out ahead is McKenna Scott. And she's facing Kaylin Ledger.
Ledger has a home run, hitting .219. She's playing, or she's actually listed as the DP today. And the flex is the center fielder, Benall.
0-1 pitch. Ground ball on the first. Nice stop there by Emma Valk. Stepped on the bag. That ball got a little heat on it.
Nice hit, Kay.
Yeah, I take that every time if I'm the Harrison coach. That's a beautiful play by the first baseman.
Yes. Folks, here in a second we'll give you, or maybe between innings, we'll give you the Valley Sports Online trivia question for the day. Scott going against Madison Blod.
Way too low. He goes down there.
Madison's a freshman.
Keep your eye on it. Watch it from the hip.
Harrison Central, Indian Creek. Coach Tim DiCarlo, Jason Jenkins, and Dan the Man Vogel. 0-1. A little bit high, 1-1. Excuse me. How's that Philly cheesesteak, Dan? Thank you once again, our VIP sponsor, Domino's Pizza on Sunset Boulevard. Manager Taylor Lane always comes through for us. Scott goes right by her there.
Level swing. Don't golf at it.
Come right at her again, Coach.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to mix speeds here. You got to go after her. She was definitely late on the fastball.
Scott with 2 strikeouts here today so far. Strike 3. And 2 down. Oh, yeah. They said Tony Romo's got nothing on Coach.
Good, Butler.
Maddie Butler, who grounded out back to McKenna.
This girl's got speed, and at the top of the order, you like to see her batting with 2 outs and nobody on if you're Indian Creek. McKenna's got ahead most of the hitters.
Yes, sir. Outside corner, and she is hitting that when if she can hit that spot consistently, it's going to be tough for Harrison Central all night. It's keeping that pitch low. And what do you tell your hitters there, Coach?
Well, I like to be up in the box when they're throwing low to you, and then, of course, you can crowd a little bit if it's outside.
Butler fouls that off quickly, 0-2.
She does have a changeup, and she's sneaky fast.
Mac, as her dad calls her.
Yeah, just a tremendous kid, tremendous athlete.
And I love to Coach to this day. Like I would see her when we would do a game, a boys game or whatever. She'd come right up to me, Coach Jenkins, give me a hug just ball low.
I had McKenna out at Mike Keister's place working with her. Dad asked me to come out with him when she was 10 years old. We were working on some slapping and bunting things, and boy, could she catch and throw when she was 10. A lot of compliment there to her father, Mike.
Yes.
And her mother, who played for me, Robin.
Oh, okay, yeah. 2-2.
She did a lot more pitching in younger years, again, on her travel ball team, which has been the Wolfpack the last few years.
Yes.
She has not done hardly any pitching at all on the 14 and under level.
I think shortstop mostly, right?
Yep.
2-2. And she gets her swing, chasing something above. So her fourth strikeout of the game. Okay, folks, here we go. Our Ohio Valley Sports Online trivia question. Go on YouTube, subscribe, and give us your answer on our YouTube page. And the question for today is, in the last 10 years, Indian Creek Lady Redskins had a very good sophomore shortstop who was also a 1,000-point scorer in the basketball team for Indian Creek. And she surpassed her dad, who was a 1,000-point scorer, so she scored maybe 100 more points than him. And he was a great shortstop for the Wintersville Golden Warriors baseball team. Now, I just need the name. I'll take either one, actually, but I'm looking for the name of the shortstop for the Lady Redskins. But if you can't get that, and anybody in Indian Creek should have this, right, Coach?
I think so. We'll give him a hint, too. The shortstop actually played for Joe Nolan and me in baseball. Was a tremendous baseball player, but he played for the great late Mel Coleman at Wintersville, her father. But the girl had a nice career, not only on the softball diamond, but on the basketball court.
So, folks, see if you can give us that answer.
Here comes Becca Shoemaker batting left-handed, so she's more of a bunter puncher from this side and can really get down the line. Let's see if Harrison is definitely shortening up.
Fly out to the second baseman first time up.
Still might be a little deep at third base.
I was going to ask you, should she come up more? Here she comes a little bit.
Okay.
Pitch outside. Bottom of the third. 1-0 Indian Creek. Outside corner. 1-1.
Sometimes hard to bunt when you're slapping, when the pitcher's hitting the outside corner or throwing a screwball, a right-hander, in this case it'd be a curveball from the left-hander away to you, but it's a good punch pitch. That's just what she was going to do, punch the ball or a soft slap there. Good eye.
And you see the left fielder up. Actually, all of them are way in this time at least, except for right. Tries to lay it down, goes foul, 2-2.
Now let's see if she goes back right-handed here.
This reminds me of Coach playing against you, and I can't remember. Forgive me, the shortstop.
Mika Marabella.
Yes.
Yeah, she was tough.
We scoot up like that, and she just put the ball right over her fielder's head.
Well, probably not bunting with 2 strikes, so look for a little slap or punch here.
Good call, 2-2.
That's a good pitcher's pitch. She did a good job spoiling that one.
Well, folks, Emma Skinner, the sophomore, doing very well so far here. The coach said she's done, all of the games this year. 2-2. Gets it down.
Not going
Nice
to get
play
her.
by third. And
Wow.
just barely get it. Excellent play by third baseman Maddie Butler coming over to make the play.
I didn't think she was going to get her. She gets down that line, Jason, boy.
And
Beautiful punch, but it took a charity high hop on the turf.
And, just excellent. If Butler lets that go to the shortstop, they had no chance to get it. So she, made the right play, cut it off.
That was a gun over there, too. You had to have everything. Get quick exchange and a good hard throw. Comes Starkey, who also has good speed.
Abby Starkey, first time up, struck out looking.
These are the two kids you got to keep off base if you want to beat Creek. Their 3, 4, 5 hitters are tremendous. And these kids can run in front of them.
Ball popped up in the middle. Called off by second baseman and caught. Garrett Blackburn for out number 2.
Blackburn's also a freshman. McKenna Scott with a base hit last time, reached second on a throwing error. She bunted and easily beat it out, and the ball got away, got in scoring position, and scored on Trinity Taylor's RBI single with 2 outs. She's so dangerous because she can do everything.
Yes, she can. Fouls that one off.
She can power hit it into the gap. She can bunt, kind of like Jules King, you know.
Yes. 0-1 pitch from Scanner. Ball picked up by Scanner down the first. And a good pickup by first baseman Aubrey Wood. Excellent defense that inning by the Lady Huskies for Indian Creek. No runs, no hits. After 3, Indian Creek 1, Harrison Central nothing. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Ohio Valley Sports Online would like to thank one of our great sponsors, Capital Recovery Systems. Capital Recovery Systems is home of the no-cost court collections program. Capital Recovery Systems is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
A pioneer of casual dining, Bennigan's is internationally known for its unique neighborhood vibe and exceptional chef-driven food. Come to Bennigan's on University Boulevard to stir up a great memory. Come for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. and get $1 off draft and bottled beer and $1 off signature cocktails. Grab some bar bites too, only $5 from 9 p.m. to close. Hey, are you a soccer fan? Check out the schedule of English Premier League soccer games. Bennigan's even has delivery service, and the number to call, 740-792-8080. You got a friend at Bennigan's.
The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning. Clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
And we're back top of the 4th. Harrison Central 2-3-4. Emma Skinner, Isabel Yeager, and Lizzie Clellan to face McKenna Scott.
McKenna Scott with 4 strikeouts and no hits given up, a walk away from a perfect 3 innings.
Yes. And he starts out once again with that beautiful pitch. I'm at the bottom of the strike zone.
Get it going, kid.
As we're still looking for an answer, folks. What Indian Creek girls basketball player surpassed her dad scoring 1,000 points on the basketball team, and also played a very good shortstop just like her father for the Indian Creek girls softball team. Her dad played for the Golden Warriors.
0-2 now on a missed bunt attempt.
Outside corner. Her second time looking. I think she got her with the same pitch the first time, Coach.
Yep.
Out number 1. Her fifth strikeout, 3 of them of the caught looking variety.
Isabel also struck out the first time up in the first inning. Kenna's real sharp so far.
Top of the 4th. 1-0 Creek. Starts out with a change up. And that's where me and Jeff. Got to give a shout out. Mike Scott said Bethany Davis, also the best basketball coach in JV history. Mike Scott is our winner for the day, McKenna's father.
We're going to disqualify him, Jason. Can't have a player on the team. Okay.
Mike, once again, was a great player for the Eagles Babe Ruth squad. Mac doing a nice job today, Michael. And how nice is a coach to be able to give? And we know we talk about, girls you can pitch more often. But, I heard you telling Coach, yeah, their arms do get tired. How nice is it to have a number 2 pitcher to come in? They would be a number 1 a lot of places.
Yes, it is. Luxury. When I first started coaching, Jason, very few teams in the Valley had anybody that could throw as well as McKenna on any team.
Wow.
55 was like the 70 of today's, I think, back then. 55 miles an hour.
Line drive off the glove, Scott. Races down to first is going to be their first base hit of the game. Jaeger, a hard shot up the middle. Matt got a glove on it, but
yeah, best hit ball so far by the Huskies. Scott, who's a great fielding pitcher, just couldn't get it.
Lizzie Clellan, Lizzie, walked last time up.
She's the catcher, hitting 400, has some power with a home run and some extra base hits.
One down here, top of the 4th. Ball low.
Here's where it's important, Jason, not to have a wild pitch or pass ball. You don't want runners moving freely. Make them earn it.
Right, you always tell a pitcher before a game, it's going to happen. You're going to give up hits, things happen. Don't lose your composure is the key. Called strike. It's away from the pitcher, from the catcher.
Definitely going to call that one a pass ball. Must have had a little bit of movement, and Starkey just couldn't hold on to it.
Jaeger gets down to second. Clellan looking to tie the game here. Gets a call. Line drive over the shortstop's head into left field. Here comes, and they're going to hold her up at third. Riley Sadler gets it into the shortstop. McClellan with a nice line drive hit. First and third. And I thought for sure she was going.
Yeah, we'll see. Creek has some pretty nice plays on first and thirds. See if they'll give up the base. Get the number 5 hitter up, Kara Blackburn, who I don't know is batted at all until today on the varsity level, and she's only a freshman.
Yeah, big spot for the freshman.
I look for Harrison to go here, though.
They pull it back. Here comes the runner racing home. She's going to be safe. Jaeger ties it up at 1. Clellan moves down to second.
Well, we just talked about wild pitches and pass balls, right?
Yes, sir. Once again, Mike Scott, you are today's winner. Call AT&T on Sunset. Okay, don't. Well, she gets the bunt down. Barehand pickup, nice play by the third baseman, Lexi Dawson.
Real nice bunt. Super play. I don't think she gets her if she doesn't barehand it.
Right.
Again, important not to let the ball get by you here. 2 outs. Again, I still feel the outfield might be a shade deep, especially in center field. Don't want a dinker beating you.
And this is the one that Aubrey Wood come running in, or not Aubrey Wood's batting, that Becca Shoemaker come running in to make the catch. A little blooper in center last time.
But again, I don't know these players as well as Coach Penner, and so she may be positioning due to what she knows about their efficiency at the plate.
1-0 pitch. Ball low, 2-0. And for the first inning, Max falling behind in the count to a few hitters early.
Gotta be good. Gotta
2
be
balls,
good.
no strike. And if he gets out, 1-2.
2-1?
Or 2-1, you're right, sir.
Okay. That's close. On the outside corner, might have been right at the letters. Good take by the hitter. Good pitch by Mac.
That's a
Very
beautiful
nice,
pitch.
very nice.
Comes back strong, 2-2.
What I don't like here, Jason, the second baseman not backing up the throw to the pitcher here.
Right. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off the glove of Starkey. We actually saw a run score last night. Like that, Jules King was on third. Ball bounced off the pitcher's glove. And no backup. She raced home. 2-2 to Aubrey Wood. We're tied at 1 here, top of the 4th. Great game like we expected. 2-2 pitch, strike 3, outside corner looked like. But for Harrison Central, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 runner left on. After 3.5, we're tied 1-1. Creek coming in bat in the 4th.
You know, Fort Steuben Maintenance should be your first choice when it comes to any and all construction projects, whether it's commercial or residential. Make Fort Steuben Maintenance your first call. You can rely on them to be the experts when it comes to roofing, concrete, plumbing, carpentry, just about any job that needs done. Fort Steuben Maintenance, they're fully licensed and bonded and will even give you a free estimate. Fort Steuben Maintenance. You want the number? 740-283-4890.
Homewool Construction and Home Incorporated can take care of all of your home remodel and new build needs. Some of the services we offer are kitchen, bathroom, and other remodeling projects. We also offer new roofs, home additions, new builds, and outdoor spaces, including decks, patios, and outdoor rooms. Homewool Construction has a 5-star rating. Homewool Construction does all home improvements and new construction from design to finished product. Look them up on Facebook today. Homewool Construction is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Oh, we're back. We're in the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-1. Harrison just scored on an infield single by Yeager, a pass ball, and a single by Clellan. This inning brought to you by Target Shop.
And this inning will be for Indian Creek, number 4 hitter Trinity Taylor, Lexi Dawson, and Emma Volk.
Taylor had the RBI single for Creek in the first inning.
Be ready, outfield.
Bottom of the 4th, 1-1. Excellent job. Very impressed with Skinner, coach.
Paints the corners pretty well. Little screwball action.
I want to thank our subscribers for tuning in. Welcome to folks from Harrison Central. If you're not a subscriber, please go on YouTube and do so. It costs you nothing but let you know when we're online to change up short. As we strive to hit 2,000 right now, Dan, I checked, we're at 1,400 subscribers on YouTube and 2,700 on Facebook.
See a lot of change-ups to the middle of the order at times.
Skinner working ahead once again. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Creek hitters are out in front. They're doing a good job being up in the box. Skinner doing a good job painting the corners.
1-2 pitch down low, 2-2.
Come on, Emma, don't lose her.
And timeout called by.
Got a little conference here.
Oh, okay. Thank you, umpire. Someone's got a flash camera going on back behind home plate.
Okay, Ron, we got it. We got the culprit.
Yes. Taking pictures. Yes. 2-2 pitch. Emma Skinner facing Trinity Taylor.
Take them sunglasses off.
Taylor flying up to center field. And Callie Bendel underneath it for out number 1. Callie Banal. Sorry. Bring up Lexi Dawson.
Dawson made a nice defensive play on a bunt last inning. And she's a very good hitter. A couple years ago when I was coaching at Brook, we were up by a run and late in the game, and she hit a 2-run homer to beat us, 3-2. Yep.
Wow.
Good pitching matchup between Carly Joe Penner and Malia Mish.
I remember Malia. Great kid. As Skinner paints the outside corner once again. Out in front.
There's that changeup.
0-2.
So something the Creek could do. They're definitely out in front of this pitcher. They could move up a little bit more in the box. They could close their stance, possibly choke down, use a heavier bat when you're way out in front.
That changeup.
What's that, the Ephus pitch? Just a little bit high, too.
And you know, I love seeing there's certain pitchers in the major leagues every once in a while try that the 1-2 down low, and it just blows everybody away. 2-2.
Get her now. Yeah.
That ball thought out of play. And coach, isn't me? I mean, just reading anything, it looks like Emma Skinner is picking up confidence with every pitch. Like she's getting the ball back and going straight back. Let's go.
Yep, she's looking good out there. That was a good inside pitch, tied Dawson up. Like to throw sometimes inside Jason, the power hitter, so they can't get good extension.
2-2 pitch driven left center gap. On the run and making the catch. Excellent job. Isabel Yeager.
The ball was kind of hit off the end of the bat and hung up, but it was a good hit. That was a great catch.
She ran a long way to make that catch for out number 2.
We've seen a lot of nice defensive plays today.
Emma Valk. Singled her first time up in the second. Yes, it was.
Harrison's been known to have good defensive teams just throughout the years.
That ball hit the center field, going back.
Not this
time.
time.
Over her head. And
over the fence.
Over ground rule double.
She got a hold of that one.
No.
That's not a home run. It's a double.
Yes, okay. Yeah, it's a ground rule double, yeah. He signaled home run at first, but Walt got a hold of that one. Two-out double for Becky Blackburn.
She had a bunt single up the first base line last time. Got doubled off on the line drive by Dorsey to short.
That was a nice shot there by Valk. Excellent crowd. I'm sorry, Coach.
We talked to Gary Burcowan, and it just maybe it's a little misleading. It looks to me like this fence is further than the 200 and 205, so maybe the outfielders aren't as deep as we think they are. We're thinking this fence looks like it's 220.
I agree with you, as Coach Penner calls time. I was going to say, just a beautiful crowd here around the facility. It's still under construction, but folks piled in everywhere behind home plate, down the left field corner, up on the hill in right field, and behind us here.
Here's one where if you're a base runner, again, nothing to think about. 2 outs, contact, you're moving. Now here's the one where most people don't get. 2 outs, 2 strikes if we get to that. On a swing, you're moving. I see so many runners on 2 outs, 2 strikes, a batter swings, and they stop to see if the ball's hit.
No, you're right.
Especially off first base where you're forced.
You have to go, yes. Good point there, Coach. First pitch line drive in the left center gap. Valk will score easily. Blackburn will stay at first with the single. That ball was hit hard. Nice job of cutting it off out. But with 2 outs, Creek comes up with 2 huge hits.
Whatever Coach Penner said, it worked, right?
She jumped on that first pitch too, Coach.
That ball was down the middle of the plate. She didn't hit a spot, I'm pretty sure. I think she could have, if she would have rounded the base a little better, could have made second on that.
Yeah, I thought so too. Kirsten Dorsey.
Big RBI single for Blackburn, puts Creek ahead 2-1.
Popped up to the shortstop. Tonkovich last time up.
That's where you need to keep it, right there. Hard to hit those pitches.
Yes.
And the home plate umpire is kind of giving that low call there, right on the knees.
0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. To Kirsten Dorsey, the junior. As Dawson crushed a double, Valk crushed a double, and then Blackburn single. She's on first. That ball flying up to center. Coming in, Kylie Bennell for out number 3. Up for Indian Creek. They get 2 hits in the inning, 1 run. 1 runner left on after 4 completed. It's Indian Creek 2. Harrison Central 1.
So you got 6 hits
there's
for
a hardware
Creek.
store with great tools, products,
and expert advice.
We've got everything you need because we know the community and we know our customers. So next time you have a home improvement project,
Drop by.
your local True Value hardware store. True Value.
Start right.
Start here.
At M&M True Value Hardware on Sunset Boulevard in Steubenville.
Right now.
Bert's Hot Dog Shop. Here's the who, what, where, when, and why about Bert's.
Where?
Route 18, just outside Burgettstown.
When?
When you want the very best hot dog you've ever tasted.
Why?
Because it's Bert's passion to create the best hot dog, to create fresh homemade chili sauce for your chili dog each and every day.
How?
Oh, that's simple. It's a foot long with or without chili. It's a hot dog with or without the fixins. It's how you love your hot dog. Bert knows. Bert knows how. Bert knows hot dogs. Route 18. See you there, dog.
Top of the 5th. 7-8-9.
5th inning brought to you by Edge Sports.
Olivia Tonkovich, Caitlin Ledger, and Madison Blau to face McKenna Scott.
Tonkovich flied to center pretty deep last inning. Excuse me, in the 2nd inning. Last at bat.
And you know you're pitching a good game when you get to the 5th inning, and the Baltimore is just now getting to their 2nd time at bat.
Harrison just with 2 hits, Creek with 6. Creek up 2-1.
0-1 pitch. Popped up out of play. Quickly 0-2.
This game ended the other day 2-1, and I imagine it was played similar to this one.
Yes, Harrison Central, Indian Creek.
Here's where you don't want to be too good, Jace. Don't lay a pitch where she can hit it. If she wants to go, fine. If not, set up the next pitch. If you're the hitter, protect.
0-2 pitch, she goes right at her. Well, maybe on the outside corner, but she gets another strikeout. That's 7?
6-7, you're right.
7 Ks for the sophomore, McKenna Scott.
Yeah, these last 2 batters been real deep in the box, so that outside corner looks pretty appetizing.
8-hitter Caitlin Ledger grounded out to first baseman Valk the first time up. The ball bounces short. Umpire takes one off the protector. Once again, thank you very much, Taylor Lane, the great folks at Domino's Pizza, our VIP food sponsor of the day.
Yes, thank you very much, Domino.
Scott's second pitch. Fouled off. 1-1.
And I never like to throw a strike in these situations here. You want to nibble, you want to set up. If might go high and tight to come low and away on the next pitch. And if she swings, fine. If she doesn't, then you got a nice setup, changing the plane and the zone.
Outside corner, strike two. Always you're always just to tell you, move their eyes, show them up high, show them something down low, show them something in, show them something out.
That's my fault. I thought it was 0-2, Jace. That was 1-1, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The Kaden Ledger, Scott's pitch. Foul ball tip, caught by Abby Starkey, strike 3, strikeout number 8.
Yeah, they're real deep in the box, and she's painting that outside corner. Pretty hard to hit.
Madison Blau, freshman, struck out first time.
Third baseman really deep. Let's see if she tries to lay one down here.
First pitch from Scott. Swinging. And just look at the opposing stances. You said Indian Creek all up in the front of the box the entire game, and most of the Edison hitters are more towards the middle and back of the box. Or not Edison, Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison, yep. They've got some youngsters in there.
Well, foul down third, 0-2.
I always loved when I coached seeing a hitter be really deep in the box.
Yes.
I mean, you got an option of throwing the changeup, the drop curve away. I just really like that.
I agree with you.
If I was on my defensive end.
0-2. Strike 3 looking. So she strikes out to the side in the 5th. After 4.5, Indian Creek 2, Harrison 1. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
When you need electrical work for your home or business, you need it done right the first time. The IBEW provides professional electrical contractors and tradesmen that undergo extensive training and apprenticeships to ensure the best service and safety for your electrical needs. Our quality jobs in the community fuel our economy with quality workmanship. We're your International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, and we are trained to electrify.
Springtime means cleanup time, so if you're planning a renovation on your house or need to get rid of some debris, call for a driveway-safe dumpster from Chappie's. Yep, Chappie's has 10 and 15-yard dumpsters available for same-day delivery, and Chappie's rates are all-inclusive. There's never any hidden fees. You can do a 7-day rental, or even better yet, a discounted 3-day rental. Clean up your shed, garage, basement, and get a dumpster from Chappie's today. Online, it's chappiesdumpsters.com or call 740-359-DUMP. That's 740-359-3867. Be happy. Call Chappie.
Bottom of 5, 2-1 Creek. This half inning brought to you by Hood's Pharmacy. Up now is Riley Sadler. And a big inning for Harrison. You do not want to give up any more runs this inning. The way McKenna Scott has been pitching. So kind of key to hold them off the scoreboard if you're Harrison this inning. Creek looking to add to that 2-1 lead, Jace.
Sadler down third. Nice pickup there by Butler on the first. And a beautiful scoop by Aubrey Wood for the first out of the 5th inning. Excellent job on both sides of the field, Coach.
Oh, tremendous. I thought that ball was marketed to left field, and then I thought it might be a throwaway.
And I got Mike Scott. It tells you how old I'm forgetful. You're right. I played for the Eagles. I coached you on the Moose. He let me know that. Thank you, Michael. Also, I want to give a shout out to Ashley Underwood tuning in today, and our man Mike Anderson. Thank you, Michael. Say great job, Coach.
Becca Shoemaker bunting or punching here from the left side leadoff. Really good speed. Hit right-handed the first time and popped to second base. Last time up, hit a hopper to the third baseman, and Butler made another great play, just like she did there, to throw her out.
Tops it down to Butler. See it again. Nice pickup. Fires it on the first, and once again, Maddie Butler gets the speedy Shoemaker. Have a day on the field, Maddie Butler.
That's a really nice job by Shoemaker, putting the ball on the ground. And just, I think on dirt, those might have both been hits, Jace.
You read my mind. I was getting ready to say, that is the one thing about the turf that benefits the defense. Those balls that are in the dirt, you see a lot more of that, and you see a lot more hops. Abby Starkey struck out in the first. Popped up the second in the third. 2-1 Creek, bottom of the fifth.
Harrison's top of the order next inning, so if they hold them, that would be their shot to get back, get that run back next inning. Got to keep Starkey off the bases if you're Harrison, because they got good hitters coming up right behind her, and she can run and steal.
And once again, just still very impressed. First time I've ever seen Emma Skinner, and she's doing a fine job battling here with McKenna Scott. Nice hold there by Abby.
Abby got called out looking, I believe, first time up, popped up to the second baseman, bat number 2. This is her third at bat. We're in the bottom of the fifth.
Oh, hi. 3-1.
I don't have Skinner for any walks either, Jace.
No, sir.
In fact, I think McKenna's only walked one batter. That was Clellan back in the second.
That's a great game, man, when you limit your walks.
Get her now.
Emma Skinner, Abby Starkey. That ball's going to drop into right field.
Uh-oh.
And good job of keeping in front of her. It was blocked. I thought it was going to skip by her.
I'll tell you, if it did, it could have been an inside the park home run with her on the ground and Starkey's speed.
Hit number 7.
I think a good time here, although I would imagine that Clellan has a gun, but a good time here maybe to steal a base. If you get thrown out, you lead off with McKenna. You got a left-handed batter. Somewhere along the way, I look for maybe Starkey to take a shot.
Hits it up the middle for a base hit. Starkey, round second, gets back on the bag. And there you go, Coach, an example. You know, we've talked about the difference between, you know, punching or slapping, and what she do right there.
Yeah, that was a power slap.
Yeah.
That's just so tough to guard against. She can put that bunt down like in the first inning and beat it out, and yet hit a hard ground ball up through the middle like that.
That'll bring up Trinity Taylor, who singled in the first run and then flew out to center. And they are in a dangerous spot right here with 2 outs, Coach.
You're absolutely right. This is a key batter of the game right now.
Ball low.
Nice scoop. Nice scoop by Clellan. Those are so important.
He's very impressed.
Even though it's third base, you got a base open. You want to be careful with Trinity.
2-0.
She's capable, Jace, of putting one over the fence. In fact, I believe I read her and Dawson yesterday had back-to-back homers in the game at Wheeling Park.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Skinner with a nice pitch there. 2-0, like it was outside corner. Outfield playing straight away and deep. 3-1, and there it is. That pitch gets away. Now, do you go ahead and put her on, Coach?
I think if 3-0, I might have considered it's 3-1. I probably wouldn't, but I would not throw a strike here. I'd make her hit my pitch. Wouldn't hurt to load the bases to get a force play, too.
But like you said, a dangerous Lexi Dawson up next. And there's a line drive to left field coming in. It's going to bounce down. 1 runs in. Scott's going to score easily, 2. So after getting the first 2 outs, Indian Creek puts 3 hits together in a row. It's now 4-1.
That was down the middle, Jace, that pitch.
And that's a nice job of 3-1, looking for a pitch, a good good hitter's pitch, and taking advantage of it.
In the zone, right?
So they got the first 2 outs on 2 nice plays by Butler down at third, but since then it's been all Creek.
They made really good contact this inning.
Dawson popped up in the first and then flew out to the left.
changeup.
0-2.
Way ahead, Em. Take your time. Let's go. Watch. Come on, you got it.
That ball hit to the right center gap. They're not going to get there. Trinity Taylor's going to score easy. Dawson on her way to second with a stand-up double, the 4th hit in a row. She caught that one, Coach.
And again, way too good a pitch, 0-2.
Yes.
And that's why it's hard to walk Trinity Taylor. She got the big hit, but it's still hard to walk her when you got Dawson up next to her right after.
But you called it, Coach, 0-2. I mean, way ahead. You know, you want to throw something
up by the eyes or outside in the other batter's box.
Right.
Emma Volk up.
Volk is 2 for 2 with a single and then a double last inning over the center fielder's head.
And Creek has, that's the first time I've seen Indian Creek this year. They have a nice offensive lineup, good speed in the top 2 hitters, and the middle of the lineup has a lot of power.
Yes, sir. Wall gets underneath that one, center fielder. And now coming over, but called off by the left fielder. Isabel Yeager making the catch, but for Indian Creek, 4 hits, 3 runs. 1 runner left on. And after 5 complete, it's 5-1 Indian Creek.
Blakemore Insurance Agency is exclusive to the senior market. We represent a variety of Medicare supplements or Medicare Advantage plans, giving us the ability to offer some of the most competitive products from the top insurance companies in our country. Our loyalty lies with you, our customer, not the insurance company. Many of today's seniors are completely overwhelmed with turning 65 and going on to Medicare. Call Blakemore Insurance Agency today for more information. 304-723-0909. Blakemore Insurance Agency is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
We're back here, 5-1, top of the 6th. Harrison with the top of their order. This inning brought to you by Anthony Mining. Maddie Butler hit a ground ball to the pitcher and struck out at her first 2 at-bats. Played some really good defense down at third base. The Creek got some clutch hits and scored 3 runs there with 2 outs and nobody on last inning, Jace.
Yes, Coach Butler did an excellent job on the field. And going to look to get things started here on top of the 6th. Hey, I want to give a shout-out, Coach. Speaking of Malia Minch, Shane Minch tuning in today.
All right.
Here on Ohio Valley Sports Online.
Shane, one of the better scorekeepers in the Valley, even though he won't tell you that. Okay.
1-0 pitch. 1-1.
See, I don't know if it was the coach, but I like the fact that she took those 2 pitches. You're down 4 runs, a walk and a home run's about the same thing here in the 6th inning. I'm taking a strike.
I agree with you 100%. A 1-1. Outside, same location, but looked a little bit off the plate. 2-1.
Big innings normally start with walks and bean batters, huh? Or an error.
Or an error, yes. Yes, walks kill.
But McKenna's been really sharp.
Ball fought off by Butler, 2-2. Top of the 6th, Jason Jenkins. Coach Jim DeClar, Dan Vogel. And our man Jim Huggins up above calling this one. Mr. Neese. Beautiful day, sun starting to peek out. You couldn't ask for better weather, Coach.
Yeah, really nice. Shout out to Ray Suckotch and Paul Zorni and Tim Provenzano.
Oh, yeah. Big Coach Ray. There's a shot to center field.
Right at her.
But right at there, Becca. Shoemaker on the catch, route number 1.
See, I still like that by Mac there. Go after her, make her hit the ball. Don't want to walk her, and take your chances.
You're right. You're up 4. I mean, played good defense. Emma Skinner was going to strike out Wickham twice looking. And Skinner's also only a sophomore, so you got a battle of the sophomores on the mound. And she hits her that same spot again. Max still dealing.
You got 9 strikeouts, Jason, in the game. 1 walk.
0-2.
Skinner with only 1 strikeout and no walks in the game.
Yeah, she's pitched a good game. They just, the last inning, her balls got up a little bit, and they made her pay, all with 2 outs, too. Nice ways pitch there, 0-2 to a 1-2. And that's a sign, another thing of a good team, because when you are, you give up 2 outs and you're able to produce runs after the first 2 outs are made.
Clutch hits, that's what those are, clutch hits.
And she gets her again for the 3rd time. Strikeout number 10.
McKenna's very seldom come inside to any lefty, and they seem to have some trouble. Isabel ripped a shot off of McKenna's glove for a hit. Harrison only 2 hits tonight, Jason. Isabel single, and then Lizzie Clellan single to knock her in.
Yes, that was the hardest hit ball I had all night was the one. And she pops this one up right to shortstop Trinity Taylor, though. So she gets the top of the order, 1, 2, 3. After 5.5 innings, Indian Creek now 5. Harrison 1. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Naples Spaghetti House since 1923, located in downtown Steubenville at 329 North Street. Great food, great bread, and great atmosphere. You can dine in or call in to carry out. They have monthly and weekly specials. Just visit NaplesSpaghettiHouse.com to see all the current specials, or look them up on Facebook. Naples Spaghetti House in Steubenville is closed on Mondays and open 11 to 7 Tuesday through Friday and noon to 7 on weekends. To call in an order, it's 740-283-3405. 740-283-3405. Naples Spaghetti House since 1923.
Everhart Bove Funeral Home, they believe you should take care of your loved ones while you still can. Pre-planning at Everhart Bove ensures that your family won't have to worry about the stress of final arrangements during this most difficult time. More importantly, they won't have to worry about how they'll pay for it. Visit Everhart Bove Funeral Home today and discover all the affordable options available. Everhart Bove Funeral Home, Wintersville, Richmond, and Burgolds.
We're back.
Go ahead,
Coach. I'm sorry, now you're up.
All right. Back here, this inning brought to you by Black River Logistics.
Blackburn starts with a single. They're starting to time her up, Coach, his last few innings.
I have a shout out here. We just got a little hello from Amber Duncan Scott and her dad listening, Ted Duncan at home. Shout out to Ted. The Commissioner was his nickname, the Commish, because he was always giving orders.
That's what I'm going to start calling Ray Sockotch. Commissioner. I love
the Commish, huh? Okay. .22.
Let me get that off my phone here.
I'm going to guess Madison Hall, but I don't have a number on her.
Number 22, I believe.
Be ready. Stay confident. Let's go, girls.
Where are they?
I don't know if Angie gave you numbers. She gave you a lineup, but I don't know if you had numbers of everybody that weren't.
Yeah, she didn't give me.
So we're going to guess Madison Hall, who's a senior.
Batting for Kirsten Dorsey.
Because she's the only one not in the game, right? And
yes,
they have a flex, and they only have 11 people, I think, on the roster.
Yes, so that's got to be good. Yes. Oh, pops it up.
Wow.
Nice hustle once again, Maddie Butler.
I'm impressed with her, aren't you, Jason?
Yes, sir. Just like I said on the basketball court, she was just like that, but she's a very nice player out here on the softball field as well.
I mean, no fear of the fence there either, you know. I know boys that would hold up on that one.
And took control immediately. You know, you could hear her over here. I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it.
Freshman Riley Sadler, she's hit the ball hard both times. Ground ball to short and a hard ground ball to third.
Pitch is low. Once again, one last time, I got to thank Taylor Lane, great folks at Domino's Pizza in Steubenville, Ohio. Every time I give Taylor a call and ask her, would you like to be the VIP food sponsor? She says, absolutely. And she hits another nice shot in the left center gap. Nice job by the left fielder cutting it off, keeping in front of her is Yeager.
She's had a good defensive day, too, out there. There was a shot. They're really hitting the ball now. They've timed her up after the first 3 innings.
Yes, you called it, Coach.
Now let's see if Becca Shoemaker stays left or goes back to right-handed here. I guess back to right, huh?
10 hits, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, 5-1 Creek looking to add some runs here to put it, basically out of play. Nice pitch there.
Now see, here's where Harrison is up because she has speed, which isn't a bad idea, but you also have force out at second and short, so you could play deep in the middle batting right-handed here.
That's what I was going to ask you. Would you go up on the corners and double play depth at the short? Ball back to the pitcher on the first, and she drops it, and she's safe. Wow, Coach.
Now, first of all, I think if she had to do it over, she would have went to third base. She did have an out at 3. And yesterday's I would have played deep in the corner or in the middle and maybe up to take away that drop bunt. Now I don't think Harrison has a choice. You're down 5-1. You're having a hard time scoring. You got to take a shot and play the infield in to get a force out at home plate.
Yes, Creek looking to break it wide open. Bases loaded. 1 out here. Bottom of the 6th, Abby Starkey, who singled her last time up. And Coach, she's starting to get, as later in the game, her pitches are starting to rise up, like you said, more towards the middle of the plate.
That's a difference. Aubrey Wood, I'm going to give a shout out to her, too, at first base. She's played a good game, and I know she dropped the ball and feels bad, but she scooped some and kept them in the game the first 3 or 4 innings.
Yes, she's played a great game. I used to tell them, Coach, I would say, and it sounds stupid, but I would tell every girl I have ever coached, whether it was 9 to 12, Big Red, when I coached it with the Spirit, I guarantee there's 2 things you're going to do. Only 2 promises I'm ever going to make you. You're going to strike out and you're going to make a mistake. Every player, $1 million players.
Well, we do as coaches, we do as broadcasters.
That ball's popped up out of play. And I would say it's not what you just did, it's what you do next.
Right.
Don't pout, don't moan.
You got to forget.
You know what? It's to me again, I got it.
Yeah, one of my big sayings is always, it's never the run you're down by that loses the game. It's the runs you give up when you have a letdown after you're down.
Yes.
I see nothing. Somebody scores a run, they have a letdown. Now it's 3-0. Before you know it, it's 3-2.
Right. Nice change up.
2 outs now. Key hitter, because this could get away from Harrison. There is a 10-run rule, and I know that's a long way off when you're only down 4, but with these hitters up, that
yes,
you could get 3 or 4 or 5 in a hurry.
You're exactly right.
McKenna today is 2 for 3, 2 singles, and hit back to the pitcher.
Scott down the shortstop on the first. Excellent play. Tonkovich to Wood to end the bottom of the 6th. But Creek, 2 more hits. No runs this inning. And after 6 complete, 5-1 Indian Creek will be back with a word from our sponsors.
Looking for a place to stay? Then stay at the Best Western Plus Franciscan Square Inn and Suites, conveniently located in the beautiful Ohio Valley next to State Routes 22 and 7 at the gates of Franciscan University of Steubenville. Receive a warm welcome from friendly, attentive staff, providing all the amenities you deserve. Each guest room is done in beautiful modern decor, with amenities including a microwave and mini fridge, free high-speed wireless internet, and a flat-panel television. Stay in a suite for extra space with the same great amenities. Best Western Plus Franciscan Square Inn is a proud Barron sponsor.
The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning. Clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
Get some run, girls.
We're back here. This half inning brought to you by Lancia Villaroyale. Creek up 5-1. Last chance for Harrison. Leading off is Lizzie Clellan, who has a perfect day so far, 1 for 1 with a walk, and has the only RBI for Harrison Central. Lizzie's the catcher.
She'll be followed by Kara Blackburn and Aubrey Wood. McKenna Scott Steele Dealing's only giving up 2 hits, Coach.
10 strikeouts also.
So he looks to close out the victory for Indian Creek. But we will be back in action next week. Go to the Ohio Valley Sports Online YouTube page. Hit subscribe so you'll know when we go on as we pick the game scheduled for next week. 2-0.
If you're McKenna, you want to throw strikes. If you're Cleland, you want to hit a strike. Don't hit a pitcher's pitch here. A walk's as good as a home run. You're down 4 runs in the bottom of the top of the 7th.
2-0 pitch. Wasn't Cullen not happy with that one? Might have been right at the letters though. Two balls, 1 strike.
Sun peeking out, Jason.
Yes. 3-1.
Now, very seldom have I done this. You hate to handcuff a batter, but I have taken some 3-1 pitches in my career. Again, home run and a walk are the same thing. And sometimes you take a 3-1, it's a strike, and the next pitch is ball 4.
You're correct, because you need 4 runs, Coach. I mean, that 1 run means absolutely nothing right now, so. McKenna's still hitting locations there. That pitch is outside corner, look like from here.
Come on, Liz.
Full count now.
Go, Liz, you got it.
The sophomore, McKenna Scott.
It's probably the best game she's pitched this year against good
Ground
competition.
ball. Phil by shortstop on the first, and she gets it there. Trinity Taylor on to Emma Vaughn, out number 1 here in the 7th. Nice job coming back from 3-1.
Nice stretch over there at first base.
I bring up Kara Blackburn, who popped up to the 3rd and rounded out the 3rd.
Kara's, let's see, do we have a pinch hitter here?
Get ready.
Yes, we do.
Number 20?
Yes.
I don't know. We don't have. Do you have the numbers, don't you?
Yes, sir. I'll get it for you in 1 second here. This is Riley Smith. Yes, sir. Riley Smith.
Okay.
Grounds it down to 3rd. Fielded by Dawson on the first one. Pitchman Balk for out number 2. So Creek 1 out away. Bring up Aubrey Wood, who flew out to center and struck out looking.
Boys baseball, Jace, the OVAC cutoff will be next Wednesday. In girls softball, it goes all the way to next Saturday.
Yes, that is coming up. And folks, just, you know, I'm going to use that as a segue. We will be the voice of the OVAC finals this year. Ohio Valley Sports Online will be the exclusive broadcast rights of the OVAC finals coming up this year. 2-0.
These two teams right now battling for 1 and 2 in the OVAC standings. So the winner in this game will probably be in first place when the standings come out on Monday or Sunday night, maybe. Shout out to Barbara Miller-Sheets, who keeps those standings in softball, does a good job. Barbara played for me and was a pitcher at Muskingum College when they won the World Series.
2 balls, 1 strike. Scott's pitch to Wood. That's fouled off, 2-2. As Mack looking to finish out a great pitching performance.
I thought both pitchers, like you said, Jason, have done a good job today.
Yes, I mean, and I was going to say, too, just the defensive, both defensive, you know, Creek had a few more hits and got some runs, but just, you know, excellent play in the field by Harrison as well.
What did he say? He said she had a concussion?
2 errors, and you know, I've seen some games where there's 7, 8, 2 errors for one team and 1 for the other. You know, that's a great.
You see 2 errors on 1 play a lot of times, Jason. Maybe 3.
3-2 pitch. Strike three, strikeout number 11 to end the ball game for McKenna Scott. Excellent job, Mac. Creek avenges last week's loss with a 5-1 victory here tonight. They end up with 12 hits, 5 runs, 1 error committed by Indian Creek. And for Harrison, 1 run on 2 hits and 2 errors. McKenna Scott, your winning pitcher tonight. Indian Creek will improve to 10-2. The Lady Huskies fall to 9-3. That's going to wrap it up, folks, for tonight's broadcast here on Ohio Valley Sports Online. Tonight's game brought to you by Steubenville Country Club, Main Street Bank, Economy Lawn Care, the Swear Engine Bat Company, the Viking Social Poker Club, Everhart Bow Funeral Home, Bradley Lawnscape, Lanza Villa Royale, TS Electric, Black River Logistics, the National Colwood Company, Soft Tank Federal Credit Union, the Target Shop, Naples Spaghetti House, Spuds, Perfume Inn, the Ohio Motor Group, Dr. John Fiegel, Burt's Hot Dogs, Isla Law Offices, Apollo Restoration, Anthony Mining, M&M Hardware, Fort Steuben Maintenance, Josephine's Carryout and Mingo, Valley Converting, Hauser's Furniture, Marcino Enterprises, Adam Martello, Attorney at Law, Steve's Fish and Chips, brought to you by Wintersville Trophy Shop, JC Pest Control, the J.E. Foster Funeral Home, IBEW Local 246, Guasti Funeral Home, Stickles Law Office, Bennigan's, Trinity Health System, Best Western of Franciscan Square, the Franciscan University of Steubenville, Edge Sports, Barium and Chemicals, Humble Construction, PR Landscaping, Hood's Pharmacy, Capital Recovery System, Signs Limited, Total Sports Connection, Tudor's Biscuit World, Barrow Toyota, Barrow Ford, Guida Law Offices, and as always, AT&T on Sunset. Folks, here from Indian Creek, Lady Redskins emerged victorious over Harrison Central 5-1. For Coach Jim DiCarlo, Jason Jenkins, Dan Vogel, and our man above, Jim Jaggers Huggins. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you.